If you ever saw Tina Turner light up a stage, you probably thought she had it all: glamour, fire, that unmistakable voice. She looked like power wrapped in gold, a living anthem. But behind that stage light was darkness, real pain. And now, a year after she left this world, the man who stood by her through decades, Erwin Bach, is finally opening up. No interviews filtered by PR, no glossy magazine spreads, just the raw truth, from love to trauma to who Tina Turner really was when the spotlight faded. But before we talk about her piece, we gotta talk about her past. And that story ain't pretty. Tina was born Anna Mae Bullock in Nutbush, Tennessee, a small town with big struggles. Her childhood was marked by abandonment. Her parents left. Her grandmother raised her. And through all the instability, the only place she ever felt safe was the church. That's where it started. That's where Anna Mae's voice first broke through. Loud, soulful, electric. Gospel gave her something she could hold on to. Music became more than a passion. It was her protection. By her teens, she was soaking in the local rhythm and blues scene, hanging around Club Manhattan in East Street, Lewis. And that's where fate stepped in. There she met Ike Turner, a musician, a producer, a man with a reputation for being a genius in the studio, and a tyrant outside of it. Ike saw the spark in her, invited her to sing backup. Then one day, during a studio session, the lead singer didn't show up. Tina stepped in. She sang a song called A Fool in Love, and when that tape hit New York radio, it didn't just make waves. It cracked the surface wide open. The voice, the energy, the raw emotion, unforgettable. The record hit the R&B charts, then crossed over to pop, which was rare for a black act back then. Overnight, Little Ann became Tina Turner. But her name wasn't just branding, it was ownership. Ike gave it to her so that even if she left, the name would stay with him. That was the first red flag. The music was magic, no doubt. Their shows were fire. Tina on stage was a force nobody could touch. The Ike and Tina Turner Revue toured non-stop, packed stadiums, made hits. But behind closed doors, Tina lived in fear. Ike wasn't just controlling, he was violent. He beat her, he belittled her, he cheated. He broke her down emotionally, spiritually, physically. On their wedding night in 1962, he didn't take her somewhere romantic. He took her to a brothel in Tijuana, then forced her to watch a live sex act. That was the start of their marriage. Not love, not union, power, control, submission. In 1968, Tina was so broken that she tried to take her own life. She overdosed on Valium in a hotel room. The pressure, the pain, the silence, it nearly ended her. But she survived, and that survival sparked something new. In 1976, after years of abuse, she grabbed 36 cents and a mobile credit card, ran out of a Dallas hotel room with a swollen face, and left Ike Turner for good. She filed for divorce. No money, no assets, no royalties. All she asked for? Her name. That's how much she believed in herself. And in 1978, the divorce was final. Tina was free, but freedom came with struggle. She started over in her 40s when most artists were fading out. She performed in small clubs, took gigs wherever she could, and then she did the impossible. In 1984, with her comeback album Private Dancer, Tina didn't just return, she redefined herself. What's Love Got to Do with It hit #1. She won 4 Grammy Awards. Suddenly, she wasn't just Ike's ex-wife. She was Tina Turner, the icon, the survivor. Then, in 1986, on a trip to Germany, she met Erwin Bach. He was a music executive with EMI, 16 years younger, polite, soft-spoken. He was just supposed to escort her from the airport. But something clicked. She called him beautiful. He thought she was brilliant. What started as a professional hello turned into a quiet friendship, then something more. But Tina was scared. Her past still haunted her. Trust wasn't easy. Love didn't feel safe. She told Erwin she needed to feel whole again, and in one of her most vulnerable moments, she asked him to help her reclaim herself. "I want you to make love to me," she said, "so I can feel like myself again." They spent 27 years together, before finally getting married in 2013 on the shores of Lake Zurich, Switzerland. No press, no glitz, just peace. exactly what Tina always craved. But even in peace, the trauma lingered. Erwin says she still had nightmares, still woke up in tears, still carried those wounds deep. Then came the health battles. Tina had a stroke in 2013, was diagnosed with intestinal cancer in 2016. Then came kidney failure. Doctors said she needed a transplant. Tina didn't want it. She was tired, ready to go. But Erwin? He wasn't. He gave her one of his kidneys. No hesitation, no second thoughts. He didn't want the legend to live. He wanted his Tina to live. She once said, "I had a very hard life, but I didn't blame anyone. I lived through it." And she did. Every blow, every betrayal, every comeback. She kept rising. Ike tried to reach out once, asked her to do one last tour together. She said no. Some wounds you don't reopen. Some goodbyes stay final. At 82, Tina decided it was time. She was done with interviews, done with stages, done with the public eye. The HBO documentary, she said, was her final goodbye to America, to the past. And on May 24th, 2023, in her Swiss home, Tina Turner passed away peacefully. No stadium crowd, no flashing cameras, just her husband, just love, just silence. Tina Turner wasn't just a singer. She was a survivor, a fighter, a mother, a lover, a goddess of grit and grace. She didn't just perform pain, she endured it, transformed it, and sang her way through to the other side. Now, she don't rest in pain. She rests in power.